So I'm really happy to be able to share our experiences up to now with the partnership that we have took on board with Tatango. So I'm going to present a couple of slides which just illustrate our experience so far, our challenges, the results that we've seen, why Tatango. So in terms of introductions, a little bit about Sage if you don't know already. We're a FTSE 100 listed provider of enterprise resource planning technology in the areas of accounting, people and payroll, also business management. We currently serve more than 2 million customers in 23 regions, and we're headquartered in the UK, Newcastle upon Tyne. And in terms of our timeline, we were founded in 1981. And we have been around for almost 40 years now. In 2019, we acquired a company called KKHR, which is the company that I am handling customer success in, and it has been rebranded as of last month and is now known as Sage HR. So that gives you an idea of who we are. And as I was saying, my name's Lorette. I'm a customer success consultant at Sage who's been leading the direction of the customer success organization at Sage HR. Remember, we have a number of different products, and the product that we have partnered with for our customer success organization is Tatango. And we've been, I've been looking after this for almost a year. Okay, so what is Sage HR? So it's a cloud HR system for small businesses. So we're in the small segment that streamlines and automates HR processes across the end-to-end employment journey, reducing admin and manual record keeping. There are 6 different products within Sage HR. There's leave management, performance, timesheets, shift scheduling, recruitment, and expenses. The overall idea is to reduce the amount of manual work involved when dealing with human resource procedures and to move away from spreadsheets, for example, and other more cumbersome forms of dealing with HR processes. So why did we choose Tatango? So I had the experience of implementing and executing customer success technology in a previous company. And in March 2020, I was tasked by our founder and commercial director to find a suitable customer success tool for KKHR to achieve our ambitions for scalable growth. And we evaluated several options, Tatango, Gainsight, Customer Success Box, and Pendo. Pendo is more about product analytics, so we ruled them out pretty early on. And then towards the end of our deliberations, we shortlisted Gainsight and Tatango, deciding to strike that deal and do a proof of concept with Tatango by July of last year. As it was the closest match to our needs. And we saw, basically we had a comparison table to understand what the main areas were for us in terms of, what we wanted to have available as a feature. And we were able to evaluate and then come to a decision based on these key areas. Okay, so the challenges in a bit more detail. We had the ability to view customer data in an unorganized web of spreadsheets and other sources, and making sense of those insights required a lot of time and manual analysis. So the team felt reactive rather than proactive, and we struggled to automate frequent activities. So that again increased workloads. Every client was treated the same regardless of their contract value or other characteristics. So as the product scaled, we needed something a bit more sophisticated and targeted. So journey mapping was something that we needed in terms of being able to visualize where every company sat in the journey. We also were missing identifying opportunities and risks at the right time. And then scalability was an issue because as we reached that critical mass, it just became unachievable to deliver success at scale. So the results that we saw, we partnered with Tatango, which was the first step, and we were able to create health scores. So we define those scores based on key usage metrics, and we also loved how customizable and changeable that was. It didn't require a lot of dev work. The health designer is fantastic, so that allows us to constantly iterate on what we define as good health, poor health, average health. We were also able to unlock key customer insights, such as low adoption and the likelihood to renew, or conversely, high adoption. So these were the challenges that we faced with the spreadsheets. So based on having that data and those insights, we were able to look at risk and expansion opportunities. We also developed success plays, which is amazing for automation. So we were able to create tasks that were repeatable to reduce manual processes and drive team efficiency. And then account segmentation, which was really important because we were able to manage the accounts based on contract value. So smaller accounts, we would obviously reach out to them if there were early warning indicators to say, okay, this account's at risk, but we wouldn't have enough resources to work with them in the traditional account management sense with white glove treatment. So the segmentation really is effective. And at the same time, we were able to give our higher value accounts dedicated support for their long-term success. So we were able to understand if those accounts didn't have a QBR or an executive business review for a prolonged period of time, and we would be able to reach out to them and turn that around. So in terms of the results in numbers, now we currently have 38 Spark licenses. There are 6 teams in Sage HR who are actively using Tatango. We're actively using the journey map for the entire customer lifecycle. There's better time management and reduced staff needs due to this tech stack. And we've seen a 13% reduction in average time spent in onboarding. We've also developed that early warning system and automation with success plays. And there's clearer visibility for management on the profile of our customers. And the reporting is fantastic. For example, this is just a snapshot of the reports that we're using in onboarding to understand what stage in onboarding customers are sat in. And obviously, if they're in a stage for too long, then our onboarding managers know that they need to intervene and try and understand why that is, and that can increase quick time to value. Okay, and then also we can see if anyone's in onboarding for too long. We have a target based on scorecards. So we don't want customers to be in onboarding for more than 30 days. So again, that's great. Because before we had this, we couldn't really accurately understand how long our customers were sat in each journey stage. We can also see what accounts have completed onboarding. Okay, so the next steps in terms of the goals for 2021, we're looking at using NPS surveying through Totango. We're currently using other tools, but what we'd like to do is, aggregate, have all of the NPS data and the account data in one place. So this will help. At the moment, we're using MailChimp and Typeform, and also Slack. but we want to be able to have everything in one place, so that we can, close the loop and just do things a bit more efficiently. We're adding more teams. We're adding more Sage products to Tango, and we'll be uploading user attributes, which is something that's missing at the moment. But we will do that in order to, have better engagement with our customer base, and also run campaigns which are automated, which again is on hold until that piece is completed. And then we're also going to be integrating Salesforce in order to, link our CRM to Tango. And that's it, I guess. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So I hope you found that useful.